Hello, everyone. This is a grumpy old guy. I'm gonna do a little gaming. Oh, it's been a while since I've been live. I hope you're all doing well. It's been an even longer time since I've pulled out Wizardry. Uh, this is Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land. Hopefully, the audio levels are right. I didn't take a whole ton to do this. Little bit of peek behind the curtain here. It's my mother's birthday today, so did the work thing. Family went out, had a nice little dinner. Now I'm back home and figured I'd hop on and do this little live stream just to sort of get back in the swing of things. Party as it looks. Got Kyo, the ninja, one of the first characters you get in your party at the 18th level. Hina at level 20 is a samurai. That's a character that comes along later. I believe we're currently doing her quest to find her brother in the labyrinth. Ricardo is the other one of the OGs, one of the first two that you can recruit to your party. As far as story characters are concerned, human fighter all the way up to level 21. Strangely, doesn't trust you as much as the others, but, doesn't trust me, I should say. Here's our character. As you could tell by the name, we ended up going bishop here, and elf is a quick way to do that because identifying items is of paramount importance. Look at that faith rate. Wow. Faith of 72, wisdom of 91. This game does not give negative statistics like most of the games in this series do. Got Rui as a thief right now, which is great for picking locks and things. I may switch her back to sorcerer at some point, just for learning the level 7 spells. And then Sarah is priest. Ridiculously good as a priest. But yeah, that's our layout right now. I don't believe anybody has any items to sell. No, just some slimes goo. Gonna head into the dungeon then. Just gonna do a quick little run through. Don't plan on doing anything crazy. Last time out was some time ago, and we were having some difficulties dealing with greater demons on the final floor. Got some slimes to deal with out of the gate. We're just going to rush these guys. Get this out of the road right quick and in a hurry. A little bit of a hiccup there, not a surprise. Dusting off a whole ton of this. Hoping to pick up a transfer potion here early on. There's usually a treasure chest fairly early on in this corridor. If not, we will walk our way to the potion shop that is set up in one of the story encounter rooms here in the first floor. Not seeing a there it is. That's about as late as it gets to find this treasure chest, by the way. Normally it's right smack dab in the door. Well, it's an axe, and it's level 1, so I'm going to assume that's just a hand axe. But let's go ahead and appraise that sucker. Agog is being appraised. Yep, hand axe. And yeah, we want to veer off hard left here. Got the yellow moon. If we had a crimson moon, we could potentially, Merchant says, hey. Okay, as you notice the drastic change in the room since the last time you were tapped on the shoulder from behind. Don't tell me this is a material shop. Finally prepared and opened up his material shop. That's right, the potion shop is further in. What was I thinking? Actually, this stuff does help a little bit. Mine's selling him one of my materials. Oddly enough, I do have a material to sell. Yeah, let's sell a material, huh? I don't think I've ever had this option available to me because I usually clear out my whole damn inventory every time. Sea kids and dungeon crawlers, it helps to not completely wipe your inventory every now and then. You never know, you could run into something decent. Yeah, let's sell them. Slime's goo for a cool 100 coins. That's so cool. It's literally the most common thing you could find. Okay. Thanks for selling to me. Hope you'll bring me more next time. That's it? Okay. White Rabbit. Hey, glad to see you too. How you doing? Yeah, things are going all right. Been one heck of a day, I will say that. Been going since about 4:30 this morning. But we're on to the good part now. Absolutely love the assisted shot. Lets that back row really put in some work, especially when you get them equipped decent. I believe all 3 of my back row members are carrying magic crossbows at the moment. Francois, the orc we met at the merchant's shop. He's got to hurry with the stuff. Doesn't want his pay to go down. Apparently his sweetie wants a coffin. Yeah. 4 a.m. is a heck of a trip, isn't it? I will say it's a lot nicer this time of year. Not too much time between then and dawn. Wintertime, it's always the worst because the day drags on and sometimes it just feels like you never see the sun. But indeed, keep on keeping on, indeed. Well, we will leave Francois to his toil and deal with what I'm sure is a harpy and 4 more orcs. These are friendly. We will let them be. Being the upstanding group of dungeon crawling ruffians we are. Now this we can't abide. Just rush through for speed. Speaking of rush through, do a little running there. It's kind of funny. This is a game I sort of pick up and put down at various points. And lately, my son has actually been playing it. He's sort of inherited my old computer. So he's been messing around with the game upstairs, and I even showed him how to use OBS, and he's been making his own little recordings. It's been neat sitting him down and dang. Yeah, I do not envy you on that one. I usually make a habit to see at least a little bit of sunshine. The one office at the store where I work gets a beautiful little cascade of morning sunlight, so I try and get a good bit of my paperwork done early. Just do straight attacks there. Let's see what we got. Some bogey cat fur. Not sad about that. Okay, yeah, this is the way. More slimes. Ooh, and a pixie. And a surprise round. That is... Well, we get to watch a whole bunch of slime crawling here. Spleam, probably not going to do that much. Nah, it doesn't look like it affected any of the front row. Set up a restrict shot, and just for fun, let's do a sweep attack and have Rui take out the pixie. That should just leave that one slime in the back row. There are certainly more efficient ways of doing that, but at this point it's about the fun. And yeah, let's do a spell cancel just because we can. Well, that didn't get far. We are severely overpowered for the first 5 floors of this dungeon, I would say. Our current quest is down in floor 7. Pretty darn towards the end of floor 7. There's some slimes goo. All of these material, of course, can be used to create stones that in turn can help with spells, or they could be used for little spell effects on their own. For instance, if I went with item here, did the broken sword, it makes a little fire spell. And we'll just defend with the rest so we can see that in action. It basically casts like a level 1 fire spell. And yeah, that was a critical hit. Used up the broken sword in the process, but a fun little thing. They're basically like little spell scrolls. Got more bogey cat fur. Revel Notion, welcome to the stream. Hey Agog, I'm a fellow .hack fragmenter who's been watching my videos. Just wanted to say, I always appreciate your content. It's rather rare to see fragment-related videos on YouTube. Well, thank you, Revel Notion, and like I said, welcome. Sadly, it is a bit of an uncommon thing to find these days, though there are some quality channels that have done some work in the past. I know .hack Network has done several videos, both on the how to set up an instructional and some gameplay and live stream things. Erroneous, tireless worker over there. Can't recommend them highly enough. There's also a fragment from the Net Slum that I was honored to contribute to there for a while. Emu's really headed that project. They are the host of the Shining Darkness server. But some fantastic videos there as well. Do appreciate you stopping into this little corner of cyberspace I've dug out for myself, though. And I do appreciate the kind words. I believe this is the potion shop down here. I can't be wrong twice, right? Hey, there we are. Grab ourselves a transfer potion. You know what? Let's grab 2. Make life easy on ourselves. Use 1 now. And that'll get us right back to town. That is a valid point. too many people do focus on graphics, and graphics are nice. I'm not going to say that I didn't have to pick my jaw up manually the first time I saw Elden Ring. Overall, though, if that game wasn't ridiculously fun, I'd have probably never bothered. Do I think there could be a resurgence of the IP to the extent that we'd get another multiplayer game? I don't. At least nothing the likes of which of a Fragment or anything close to R1. As far as .hack goes, and it's really kind of funny I'm playing a Wizardry game while we're talking about this, because that's really where I'm drawing my comparisons to. The Wizardry franchise has all but dried up in the United States. As far as the West goes, it's kind of the forgotten of the older game franchises, despite the fact that it was developed by Surtech in San Francisco. It really kind of got a second life over in Japan. And while there are tons of games over there with different series, every now and then one makes it Western, or you'll see a Steam release or a remaster. .hack, I think, is in a similar boat, maybe not even to that extent. Bandai Namco seems perfectly happy marching the franchise out for a fairly regular merchandise run. And honestly, I think GU is a much easier game and game series for them to port. And they've got stronger sales out of it, even if a good portion of those sales come from people like myself who'd like to see them delve more into the property. I think the later entries into the series never did quite hit home. And as much as I would love to see it, I really don't see it coming. So that's me being the dark cloud to every silver lining there, and I apologize for that. That said, one of the reasons I'm so grateful to have Fragment around, because it's something that there is a, albeit small but dedicated fan base for, and a group of people that just seem to enjoy each other's company and really do their best to make that game as accessible as possible. Well, we're back up to 2 transfer potions. Now we're going to take some shortcuts and make our way down the dungeon a little bit here, once we get through the obligatory monsters in the way. White Rabbit says, I like Skyrim and Legend of Zelda, but I still have time for my PS2 and old emulators. Found this channel going through the .hack series, came late to Fragment, but it's my favorite. Fragment was a dream come true. Literally, because it was a game, if you've ever heard me say it, I remember seeing a blurb about it in younger days when it was coming out in Japan, and I'm like, oh, that's really awesome. And then had that sudden realization. Short side, I love the little inverted colors kill screen there. But I realized it was never coming west, and I didn't really think about it until years and years down the road. But I was really fortunate to get into that community and get to know some of the people I have. Wouldn't have this channel without Fragment. Fragment and my son. Legend of Zelda. I'm going to touch on Skyrim in a sec here. Funny story about Legend of Zelda. For the longest time, I never made it past like the 3rd dungeon, because growing up, I only had a cartridge of Legend of Zelda with a busted battery save. So every time we turned that game off, it was wiped. There was no save file. It wasn't until probably I moved out on my own that I actually was able to save in Legend of Zelda. So I played a lot of the first couple dungeons, and I had a lot of those moments where I was leaving the Nintendo on, taking a nap, and then waking up. But at that point, honestly, I was more a Dragon Warrior fan. Skyrim was a game that I still have an active save file on it. I'm actually right now running a Breton Mage. It's really mage in name only, honestly, because I'm running around with Mehrunes Razor and the Wabbajack. And that to me is just the best thing right now. Totally said I was taking a shortcut, totally went the wrong way. Sorry, folks. In the process of recaffeinating, I swear at some point my brain will calibrate to a functional state. Love those kill screens. In this game, you'll see those out of ninjas, and you'll see those out of samurai. For the longest time, I would make my character into a warrior to go into samurai just to have a shot at those kill screens. And then I realized that I get an extra story character if I just make a bishop. That way I don't have to force one of the guild createds or try and find a way to finagle a story character into a class change. You can't just go to the guild in this game and change a story character because they're not actually registered. They're sort of free agents that you bring along with you. So you have to look for the magic items and use them on them if you really want to change their class. So I would not suggest doing it on Ricardo because he just wants to stay himself. And I can respect that. Even out of an NPC in a PlayStation 2 game. "23 minutes in, and I haven't done jack. Wow. Well, I'm back in mid-season form, aren't I? Friendly group, more than happy to abide that. You do have to watch. If you just start auto-clicking, you start attacking friendly groups, it could cause alignment shifts in your characters. Though that could be worked around with magic items too. In all honesty, this is probably the most forgiving Wizardry game I've ever played. Actually, just got done. I beat the main story on Labyrinth of Lost Souls the other day. Have that up on my PlayStation 3. I got it, I want to say 2014, 2015. It was a fairly new release on the console when I got it. And again, it's one of those I would play a little and pick up and put down and all sorts of other stuff. But I'd really been jamming on that lately, and I finally got through that final quest, which is brutal. And right now I'm just trying to unlock fun stuff. My boy is really into mythology. So I was stoked to let him know yesterday I finally found Mjolnir. The dreaded slowdown over 1,000 spiders. And they're friendly, so at least it's quick. That's actually slowdown over 1,000 spiders in the OBS virtual camera. This should be a gaze hound and no accompaniment because we're still on floor 5. Leave that sucker. Running into an awful lot of friendly stuff here on the 5th floor. I guess they're just happy to see us. Keep marching our way down, and let's fall down the hole. This is our way to the 6th floor. But not without tempting fate one more time here on 5. And this time we get a little action. Let's make it an allied action and follow it up with a double slash. Double slash will increase the damage output of your attackers, so we'll put Samurai and Warrior on that and give Kyo the shot at an outright kill shot solo. Let's see who's up first. Kyo. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And yeah, that's more than enough to do it. Getting real close to a level up for our main character. Always happy to see that. And always happy to see stairs down in a dungeon crawler. The old moldy fort. This is where I wish I would have brought up a map, but at the same time, this is probably where I'm comfortable grinding at this level range, so the casual route may serve the best. Here we get 2 earth giants and a ninja. Tell you this, not effing around with that ninja. They've got a high evade. So real quick, one of the things I've learned is that the end lash attack is going to auto hit no matter what. And we'll throw our Samurai Warrior combo on that. And just to sort of save ourselves from serious damage, we're going to set up a restrict shot. Agog and Sarah being the defending partners, and they will be defending Hina and Ricardo because Kyo has a much higher evade, and I trust his ability to dodge attacks. See if we can one-tap that level 6 ninja, and Rui will just shoot an earth giant for giggles. Okay, good news is we don't have to waste Kyo's death shot on the ninja. The end lash will take care of that. No dice on the kill shot, but the restrict shot will come through. It's only doing 2 damage, but most importantly is stopping the giant's attack. We get 2 out of 2 there. So that rather formidable formation of monsters is doing nada. Go ahead and switch our end lash up to a double slash at this point. Keep our restrict shot going. Quality 51 damage there. Make that 53. And we'll switch to an assisted shot because I'm fairly certain this is the final round of the combat. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. Love those shots. Anytime there's a ninja in the party in this game, you really want that ninja to have a weapon with as many hits as possible, just because every shot is a chance for that kill. Agog levels up there, so we've got a slightly more potent bishop if we can maintain this momentum and get back to town all right. Not sure how long I'll be on. Got a couple other things to do this evening. Got some work stuff to set up. And got to get ready. It was my mother's birthday today, and it is my son's birthday Saturday. So sort of heading into the creamy filling of a birthday sandwich, if you will, as far as my weekend goes. You know what? Let's do an assisted spell. Let's get this over right quick and in a hurry. Jacrita will damage all of them. And let's do a sweep attack just in case of any fumbles. And let's see how this handles. Get an empowered Jakrita, so you get Super Fire. And we'll toast some Arachnid. See, they all get a case of the hot feet, and they all fall down. It was probably a little overkill, but hey. Picked up a Cocoon. Yep, wrong way. A lot of dead ends in the moldy old fort. A lot of dead ends, false leads, different staircases going different ways. I'm not even sure if we can open the door this way. Nope. I believe there's also a fake safe room at the end of this. Minor spoiler for those who are in the process of playing this, and if you are, hats off to you. But there are certain rooms in the game that are shaded lime green that are normally safe, and the one in floor 6 is not super safe. Enemies will still just walk right in on you. Get a couple hits off the assist shot there. And it didn't even take a kill shot. Wyverns in this game don't have a ton of health, and Kia's Shuriken finds its mark. Honestly, not sure which direction to go. Probably because I wasn't paying super close attention to which direction we came in. Almost getting enough damage off that assisted shot to take out the Wyverns, and that's when you're in really good shape on this. But I'm not going to complain with a nice, easy 1100, almost 1200 experience per encounter there. Full on Cold Stone. Okay, this is the right way to progress down because you run into these little boxes with the traps every time. Simple quick time events here. Of course, I got about as lucky a button combination set as you can. So definitely not complaining. Could come this way, could have just dropped off that ledge. Instead, we'll drop off this one. Yeah, because this is the big slantwise ramp down, and there's an enemy that I ran into from just off screen. Never walk sideways. That's a safety tip from the pros. And we'll individual action because Wyverns do have rather high dodge, and there's always the chance we don't connect with these guys. Or we could find vital organs on the first try. Ricardo's not too worried about precision. Big Giant Flail does Big Giant Flail stuff. More treasure. Perhaps some material. Yep, a Wyvern's Eyeball, which kind of looks like an olive that's a bit overstuffed with pimento. Kind of want to skip both those doors and see what's down there. Throw out a spell cancel. Let Ricardo and Hina take care of the Earth Giant and have Kyo focus on that level 7 mage off to the left. Spell cancel should take care of the one on the right. Love the death animation for those mages. Well, it looks like we're going to get a little bit of action from the Earth Giant there as the double slash didn't quite do the job. Okay, took 3 damage, but Hina's armor is going to recover 2 of that. And now we could just set up for the final attack. Double slash, and Kyo just sort of throwing stars. Just one will do. Another 4 thou in the bank there. Yeah, this is the way we wanted to go to progress down. We're heading into the sort of spider webby area. Past this door, yeah, you can see the pink there. Monster got to the door before we did, so we get a little bit of spider action with some rotting corpses. Yeah, let's take care of this real quick because the corpses can actually cast on their own. I'm not sure at this level, but they can absolutely cast. So we'll not take any chances here and just torch them down. But we'll be entering past this door to that little pink shaded area, and that area is not going to have the mini-map for us when we're in it. Again, I do apologize if audio levels are a bit off. Hopefully this isn't drowning me out, and hopefully I'm not, like, overly droning at y'all. Not quite enough for the finish, and we're going to take a bit of fire damage ourselves. Nothing too crazy. Overall, we've been really lucky on the enemy attacks, so no complaints from this guy. I think of all the things Kyo's Shuriken are, magic isn't one, so thankfully the assisted shot did it. One of the quirks of undead in this game is they can't be finished off by non-magical weapons. They could be damaged by them, but they can't get the kill shot from them. 2 gaze hounds, more fun than 1. That's what basic math is going to tell me. Let's go ahead and restrict shot this. I'm not too worried about their offensive capabilities, and I honestly think they're going to end up just doing the gaze attack on us. Also, a good chance that we kill them both if Kyo is in prime form, because this double slash should be more than enough damage to take out 1. Nope. Survived the ninja onslaught. And yeah, double slash definitely doing more than enough there. Assisted shot. And let's do a converge attack just for the heck of it. Again, if we do get into it, it's not going to be far in. Nope, Hina's got the kill shot. Pretty sure that may be a craftsman's katana on Hina, because I believe that one can hit the undead. Oh no, Kikui Chimonji. Okay. Blessed with the prayer of a known swordsman. That's what's restoring the hit points, not the armor. Okay. Still magic. Can still kill the undead. And yeah, that M stands for samurai in the class list, the letters by equip. The S stands for sorcerer. Which is weird. You would swear the M would stand for mage, and the S would stand for samurai. But hey, what can you do? Friendly wyverns? More than happy to leave them go. The dragon warrior in me lets that slide every time. Trying to remember exactly where the entrance I need is. Otherwise, you just end up taking a big old loop around, which is more than likely what I'm going to do. A little bit foggy in these parts too, which make it better / worse for the experience. And yep, I fell down. I fell down a hole. These things happen. 2 more gay sounds. Nearing the 40-minute mark. So again, if you're newer to the stream today, I'm a grumpy old guy. We are doing some gaming, and that game is Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land. If you've been sticking around, hats off to you. Foggy, well, that's a fine how do you do. Emus, how you doing today, my friend? It has been a minute. I actually just gave you a shout out earlier. Not too shabby. Good to hear. Good to hear. I am doing all right, if not still looking for that 25th hour in a day. Got a hound's ear, so I guess we can assume where that shuriken hit. Hey, found a dead guy. There's a corpse covered with moss. How descriptive. I was kind of hoping there would be something of note there with the bag and everything. Every now and then you run into something. We sure ran into something here. Got some samurai and some priests. The question is, what level on both? Well, let's spell cancel. That's an easy right away. Double slash on a minor daimyo. Hasn't quite got its full daimyo license. Kyo will attack one of the priests, and Rui will throw a spell out. Let's do some Zakhold. Always prefer doing the numerical damage spells in these type of games rather than the instant death effect ones. They just seem more reliable. Also, really flashy graphics there for this game. The daimyo live. Got rid of the priest, though. More than enough damage on just the hits that come out. And a bit of an unexpected complication. The daimyo cast a spell, which basically frees the priest up. Spell cancel only hits once, and we get a strain spell that is going to hit Kyo. Fortunately, he's more than resilient enough to recover in the off time when the round resets. Switch up to an assisted shot, and let's finish this battle off. Well, can't get more polished than that. Assist shot takes out the priest, and Kyo only needs 1 star to take out that minor daimyo. I guess that's not the highest rating he could have left, but it is the most lethal. This part of the dungeon in particular tends to turn me around a fair bit, as evidenced by the fact that I just walked out the way I came. I think I want to go straight ahead here. One more wyvern to add to the pile. Again, I love those kill shots. I could just kind of watch them all day. Although I'd probably after a while be a little suspicious that the colors were off on my monitor. Okay, that's the second time I fell down that hole. I think I'm going to give this one more shot, and if I can't quite figure it out, I think I'm going to call it a day there. But of course, what day is complete without another Earth Giant fight? Well, this one, because they're friendly. That's what I get for jumping the gun. Getting all geared up for that fight, and they're like, nah, we just wanted to say hi. So that's the whole... Is that a treasure chest? Yeah, that's totally a treasure chest. Blue chest, so we're not locked, we're not trapped. It's boring, it's safe, it's my favorite kind of thing. We got more shuriken. And they go to Agog. How convenient, because that's our bishop, and our bishop can appraise items. Or rather, is being appraised by the item. A spirited shuriken. Aggression rises when equipped and can easily find the enemy's vital area. Is that the same one I have? It is. Well, I guess we know where I got it. Okay, there's the wooden plank. I believe that was the correct hole to fall down. Is there a correct hole to fall down? At times like this, I really wish I would have had the forethought to pull up a map of this floor. But in all honesty, the title of this stream being off the cuff is about correct. All holes are the correct ones some of the time. This point is equally valid and irrefutable. I can't argue that in the least. Spell cancel, double slash, the old tried and true. And have our two spare combatants really give a bad time to that level 7 mage. Watch him be the anti-Weeble. He both wobbles and falls down. 2 of 2, and, well, that level 7 mage just kind of did it to themselves, didn't they? 4,000 more experience in the bank, and another treasure chest to open. It's going to be a lucrative trip back to town as we get both a giant's tooth and a sorcerer's earring. Not sad about that. More stairs up. And there's the pit again. Well, I am a disembodied voice of my word. Let's use one of my 3, count them 3, transfer potions and get back to town. Back in town, we do have a little bit of leveling to get through here. 300 gold altogether. This is probably the biggest departure from games in the main Wizardry series, and I say that because this was part of a spin-off series, and to the best of my knowledge, this is the only game out of the series that made it westward. But just having the party rest at an inn for a static price is a bit of a departure from classic Wizardry, where you usually have to go in with individual characters and rest per night at rooms of varying costs and therefore replenishment modes. Or if you're a cheap ass like me, just take them all through the stables, reset your spells, then back out, heal, and back into the stables to reset the spells. Level 19 Bishop is ours, and some fair progress to the rest of the party. Gonna head over to the item shop, make some spells. Going to separate that cold stone. Those who saw me pick up the cold stone probably wondered why I didn't use it. Just felt like separating for the material. Sometimes you get some rare material out of them. And I kind of want to see what comes out of it. Let's start. Get the little text ring of magical awesomeness. And it's just 2 wyvern's eyeballs. Rather anticlimactic, but at least in a pair. Still want to separate? No, I feel fine as one person. Let's check our vellums. Vellums are special vellums that you turn in. They all require 3 pieces, but they have some rather nifty abilities. This one, I believe, is your resurrection spell. And yeah, I don't really have anything to make out of the vellum category, so let's see what we can make as far as material goes. Sorcerer spells look like a whole bunch of nothing new. Same there. Let's make some amok stones. Or at least one. Amok is a very high level damage spell usable by priests and bishops. So, nice to have on hand. Going to rank Agog's up to match Sarah at rank 5. And yeah, we will press the wrong thing because hand's getting a bit wonky. But yeah, we will pick up some Lafiel stones. Just boost our heals up. Again, last time I took a run at the story, we ran into a big old questline brick wall at a greater demon that just wiped the whole party. So it's a combination of level up and get good with the healing magics. That seems to be required at the moment. Plain old feel, nothing wrong with a basic heal. And 2 slimes goo will get us one of those stones. Level Keo's up, and now they're all at rank 6 feel. On the sorcerer side of things, let's see if there's anything fun here. Shocker, we can make a cold stone. Not sure if that's really where we want to go with it. Honestly, I may just hold on to the rest. There is that material shop I could sell at. And we do have a couple of items to sell for spare cash. One of the downsides to a game like this is the item shop has to be restocked by your party, which means there are seldom, unless you do a class change, seldom instances where you run into items that you buy from a place like this. Generally, the money is used on potions or just not used. 4,200 for the Spirited Shuriken. I'm cool with that. Got some curing potions saved up, and yeah, that should do it. Gonna go ahead and make sure I've got a save on camera here, because goodness knows I've forgotten more than enough of times, and I want to thank everyone for coming along, saying hi today. It was great seeing and chatting with all of you. I do appreciate it. I hope to be around somewhat. Try and find a proper way to phrase this. Infrequently, frequently. 6 months away is a bit much. So it was nice to get on. It's also nice to get on for something other than a lack of sleep. Well, thank you. That said, I am going to be sort of bopping out of here. Appreciate you all and your time. Hopefully this has been entertaining, or at least a moment to take a deep breath and relax. As ever, this has been a grumpy old guy doing a little gaming. Take care, and we will see you around.